see. We get the air noise from the grill. Make sure the chat works. Yep, it works. All right, we're good there. What up, Bart? He said we shooting for Michigan players tonight, like always. Oh, man. Yeah, you're hearing the chatter of the grill, which, if I can change that from here or not. See if I can change it. I might be able to. I did. I changed it to the best of my abilities. Oh man, 2 minutes to break time. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. Yeah, let's see if I can remember how. Alright, let me do my little check because I finally got the focus thing right. Oh yeah, we can see names on everything. That's what I'm talking about. Hit a Buffkin gold and orange. Damn. Is the one guy still doing the Bowman University? I know it was us and one other guy. What was it, Hawkeye or something? Hawkeye Breaks or something like that? Yeah, is he still doing them? We got 1 minute, guys, and we'll get started. Big Clout. Yeah, I don't know them. I'll go ahead and do the rundown real fast since there's 6 or 7 of us already in here. All cards ship. The refractors will be top loaded. All autos refractors will be top loaded. Big Kahuna will be top loaded. All cards ship. I believe every one of these players has cards. It says eBay break number 6, but I think we've done like 10 or 12 total. So there are some real nice cards out of this. If for some reason we do hit big name, super big auto, reds, oranges, golds, supers of that nature, depending on the value, we will ship it out a different way, maybe FedEx 2-day. Otherwise, everything goes out. Everything will be sorted and shipped tonight, first thing tomorrow. So I don't play around. My volume is really loud. I don't know. My volume is really loud. Yeah, I hear it now. Yeah, I hear it now. Let's see if I can fix it right there. Alright, that should be a lot better. I think I've got too much volume. That's because I'm right on top of the damn camera is what it is. Let's see if I can keep doing it like this. Let's bring it down some more. What about there? Alright. That's as good as it's going to get with me, I'm assuming. Alright, let's see. I'm trying to make sure I don't have any other volumes on my computer. Nothing else. Everything else we should be good to go. Alright guys, 2022 Bowman University basketball. Full case number 6. eBay player break. Good luck. Surprise shoe or yeah, it's distorted. It's me. It's where I'm sitting on top. It's the settings that I messed with this damn camera earlier. As long as you can hear the cards, I'm good. I can't fool with it now. I've already started the break. Let's see. Let's see if I can do something right there. And then let's go ahead and lower the camera angle down. Yeah, I've got a new computer that I'm breaking on, and I haven't got my settings right on it. I've been working on it. I worked on it earlier tonight, got the focus and stuff correct. It was done correctly, but now I've got a volume issue. So, I don't know. No clue. Back on Facebook and I'm fine. Back on YouTube and I'm not. Could be an XSplit setting. I don't know. Yeah, it could be an XSplit setting now. That's who I stream through. What up, Nathan? How's life, buddy? Yeah, I'm looking at the volume right now. Man, honestly, I can't find it to break. I don't know if there's that many sealed cases still left in existence. Same thing with the basketball. I've had a buyout for over a month and finally got a case of the basketball. Yeah, I'm going to try to do a Bowman break tomorrow. Hear what it's doing later. It's like I'm getting feedback. Yeah, I just cut my phone up to where I could hear it. I don't want to mess with any of the settings. I really don't. But I may mess with the settings in just a second. Me and essentially I can mess with the microphones. I don't have to mess with the cameras. We'll set those right there. Give me 1 second. Let's see. See what happens when I do this right here. See what happens when I do this right here. Alright, so I did this distorted. Let's see. We're going to keep talking for a second. Alright, so I did this distorted. Let's see. We're going to keep talking for a second. That's way better. Okay. You guys let me know if it gets distorted again. And I'll just keep messing with this little dial over here. Alright, box one. I show all cards. That way everybody can see them. Invicta, Chet Holmgren. We got that Drew Timmy. We got Pete Nance Refractor. Julian Strother Gold. It's number 20 out of 50. First auto out. Wave Geo Baker. That's 21 of 199. Yeah, that's a lot better. I'm looking at the Dow. The Dow's not jumping all over the place either. So, Max Christie Invicta and a Ron Harper Jr. Yannick Zosa. Patrick Baldwin Jr. Zach Clements. Y'all remember 3? I hope Chet Homer comes back and dominates. Shimmer Kaderi Richmond. And a Jalen Wilson refractor. Oh, so Bart, how are you liking that win this weekend between Michigan and Ohio State? I know you're probably jumping for joy. We don't have to hear about the U for a little while. The University of Ohio State. But now I've got to ask you though. Unfortunately, lost Blake. Yeah, Corum. They said he's going. What is it? 5-month timetable for the surgery. But I had to ask you too. I mean, and I know I'm probably going to set y'all in motion like I always do. But even if Michigan's undefeated, do you still believe that they belong in the playoffs? Yeah. Who in the playoffs can Michigan beat? I done started. I've already started. Nathan's over going, damn it, bro. You haven't been live in months. You think they're still going to find a way in the play? I don't think they can, honestly. I mean, here was my thing with the whole Ohio State. Okay, if Ohio State loses that game by 7, and it's a closer game, I can agree with you. Ohio State finds a way in. They got Donkey Kong, man. That game was not. That game was nowhere remotely close. You know what I'm saying? The whole entire game, they just got the hell beat out of them. Man, I think Georgia's stronger this year than they were last year. USC, I mean, okay, we'll talk. I mean, and I'm sorry guys, we're talking football during a basketball break. But USC, I mean, Lincoln Riley's got that wide offense. Let's put everybody wide and throw the ball. So that offense doesn't translate well when you start playing powerhouse teams. So to me, USC's very weak. Does TCU stand a chance? I think TCU gets beat by Ohio State, Alabama. I think TCU would get beat by the teams that are behind them. I think Georgia's the money. That's what I think. But now that Blake Corum's hurt, I don't know how much that hurts Michigan as on the changing of the pace of just eating that clock. So if Kansas State beats TCU this weekend, TCU is going to drop to 6 somehow, some way. Alabama has to leapfrog Ohio State. Alabama is a better bet of beating one of the 3 teams. I don't think Ohio State can beat them. Right, it's just hard to lose. I mean, again, it's hard for others to step in the position, in the spot. I'm not saying, I mean, I don't know, he's liable to kill it, but Corum's a bad man. The 2 losses will be the kicker. I'm looking forward to next year, man, when they expand it. I'm looking forward to next year when they expand it. Because I do think that 12, I mean, I think it gets interesting. Box 2, fellas. I think it gets interesting. Johnny Davis Invicta. Zach Clements 3. Aqua 157 out of 250. Ochai Refractor. Jimmy Boeheim Green Shimmer number 27 of 99. Keegan Murray Refractor. Isaiah Mobley, that's at bronze. 17 to 25 for the new guys. I am colorblind, so bear with me on some of these colors. I'm going to call it bronze, bronze, gold, gold, lavas, lavas. Blake wasn't there for the majority of the OSU game. Yeah, but Ohio State ain't the rest of them. Tracy Jackson Davis, number 16 to 25. That is orange. Shavir Willer Shimmer. Tracy Jackson Davis Refractor. Kaderi Richmond Auto. I mean, Georgia's better. I think Georgia's better this year than they were last year. I do. Ochai Agbahi. Kennedy Chandler Refractor. I mean, they were tough as hell last year. This year, they're just a powerhouse this year. You think he's going to do? I mean, they will do well with the spread offense with Caleb. But the problem is the teams that they have to play do very well against the spread offense too. Jalen Hurts left Alabama, and did any of those teams beat Alabama? That's the problem. That's the problem that I have. I mean, USC's not beating Georgia. If that line comes out tomorrow, that line's going to be 11 to 12 points favoring Georgia. So, right, they can get in a shootout. That's essentially their Tennessee. They're the Vols. The Vols can score all the points in the world with you, but they can't stop you. So, when you get hit in the mouth with one of the defenses, what does that do to you? I don't know. I'm indifferent when it comes to the spread. It worked the first year in the SEC with Texas A&M and Missouri. After that, it no longer existed. And just like Texas and Oklahoma coming to the SEC, that's going to be hilarious. That was a financial move, which I don't understand the finances behind it, because you just went from being a powerhouse in an okay conference to being middle of the pack in a great conference. Georgia. Yeah. So you think Michigan and Georgia? Ugh. Playoff will be Georgia. But you're banking on Kansas State beating TCU then. TCU wins, they're in. No way Ohio State leapfrog TCU with a win. But, I mean, what happens to Georgia if Georgia gets beat by, LSU this weekend? Georgia will go to 4 or maybe to 3. Georgia's in, win or lose. Less than 2, even if they get beat by LSU, they got to drop more than 1 spot. Yeah, they still go to 3, but then Michigan goes number 1. But see, the thing is, nobody's playing at home, so it don't really make a damn. Goes to leapfrogs and goes to 1. Yeah, TCU would have to win, and I still don't know if TCU would go to 2. It's a joke. They put a one-loss Georgia under TCU. Eh. Again, I mean, y'all, and you guys would probably agree with this. Expand it to the 12 like they're talking. Now, right now, if you expand it out to 12, and you have, I don't, and I'm basing this strictly off of guess. I'm guessing. But wouldn't it be kick-ass to see like LSU play TCU? LSU being the 7-8 seed, you know, TCU being where they're at. It'd be nice to see, you know, San Diego State play, and I'm just using San Diego State just because they're not in the top 10, but still. Put San Diego State against, say, Florida State. Teams that they would never play. That's what I'm looking forward to with the 12 game, the 12 team. Yeah, Michigan's only win against Ohio State? Was that the only real win? I mean, and I know you're going to say that, you know, this team was undefeated, Illinois was undefeated, or Illinois was ranked. But then you look, and now they've lost like 3 or 4 games in a row. So, I don't know. I hated that back in the day with Virginia Tech. AJ Griffin. Nate Johnson. Penn State was 10-2. Penn State don't count. They got James Franklin as their head coach. Colin Gillespie. Yeah, they got James Franklin as their head coach. Christian Bourne. South Carolina had that also. What up, Russ? Eli Brooks, Wave. That is numbered 15 out of 100. I almost didn't even flip it over because I forgot those were numbered. Keon Brooks Jr. Javon Quinterly, Gold Lava, 7 out of 50. What part of the country are you in right now, Russ? Tyler Beard Shimmer. Drew Timmer. Trey Alexander Refractor Auto. You still hadn't completed the rainbow, Bart? Your rainbows? Rhode Island next week. Ooh. you keep going farther and farther north, Russ. It's cold up there, buddy. Yeah, you keep going to colder and colder states. Blake has done. Blake's done. Yeah, and then you go, yeah, that's just to get your sinuses working right. Yeah, you go to Louisiana just to get your sinuses work right. You go from 12 degrees to 87 degrees. That way your sinuses and stuff are acting silly the whole time you're gone. He said, Bart, you need the super. You need that super. I think I'm going to attempt to line a Bowman Chrome break in the Facebook group tomorrow. I'm going to attempt it. See if I can pull any old heads just from what we used to do. He said save that Christmas money. He said save that Christmas money. Man, we're saving tons of it this year. At least I ain't holding my breath either. There was a Facebook group dedicated to the Bowman University stuff. Michael Stahl did a good job with it, and it just kind of faded off. Yeah, it's in a random box at Tops. It's probably sitting on somebody's shelf. They sold 11 of the 12 boxes, and that one box is just sitting there just chilling on their shelf. Like I said, finding steel cases has been tough on this stuff. This and football, it's been virtually impossible for me. Well, I'm gonna do my first Bowman break. I'm gonna go ahead and get the players listed for eBay for another case to do a player break of Bowman baseball, or Bowman Chrome baseball, excuse me. And then I think the following week may do. I like to do a little football, but man, football is just crazy right now. No, it was actually, the room was already created. I mean, the Facebook group was already created. It had plenty of members and everything. And I mean, like I said, everybody was posting their cards, posting who they were looking for, and then it just fizzled out. I hope that they do this again this year coming up, honestly, because it's a cheaper product, man. It's one of the few products that you actually feel good opening. We got a Jermaine Samuels Prime Signatures. That is number 2 of 50. David McCormick Shimmer. Theo John. Ty Washington and Victor Auto. Okay, so we had 2 insert autos so far. Let me see, is that one? Yep, 81 of 99. Ty Washington. It flopped. It flopped at the original price. But I think that allows them to dictate what it comes out now. Mason Miller refractor. This is what I'll say about that. Alright, so the problem is for the last couple of years, we've all gotten accustomed to everything being so expensive. Mikey Williams. But if you go back to 2016, 2017, that's pretty much what we were paying for Topps. Well, excuse me, 2015, that's what we were paying for Topps Chrome back in 2015. KJ Adams refractor. We're paying $60 to $75 a box. Mikey Williams Green Shimmer, numbered 1 of 99. So I look at it as maybe we're going back to those times. Keon Brooks Jr., Patrick Baldwin Jr. Purple, number 208 out of 299. Brandon Huntley Hatfield, which that doesn't hurt my feelings because, I mean, they're paying $3,000-$4,000 for a case of Bowman to open. It's tough. Says, yeah, football is more. Of course, football is more, but football had more players in it as well. It was way more popular. It had more of your superstars, which had Holmgren not got hurt, does this product actually go up? Right, you understand what I'm saying? So who in this product actually is killing it in the NBA right now? Whereas the college players, you had Bryce Young. I mean, you had every single quarterback, but maybe 3. Quarterbacks sell. You guys know that. Quarterbacks sell. And in college football has a bigger following than college basketball. So, as a college football fan, you, as a college fan, period. Okay, so the Bowman University basketball. I'm not saying this product's trash. I'm not saying. What I'm saying is this Patrick Baldwin Jr. Purple I know when we were doing them, this card right here would have sold for $13 to $14. I have no clue what the spot went for, but at one time this card would have covered the spot. Where in football, man, we was hitting nobody guys and they were selling for 15, $20. Patrick Bowman is actually I think he went to Golden State. So I don't know. It's diehards in sports. You know that if we're doing football, you got to spend a little extra money. We're doing basketball, maybe you can get your 2 or 3 guys for $10, $15. But if we're doing football, man, anything happens. Look at Tyler Van Dyke. Look at Van Dyke. That's what I've been doing too, Russ. So you look at Van Dyke. Van Dyke goes to Miami. Supposed to be the king. Yeah. So, but look at their games too, Bart. They play 5 home games in a football season. They play 15 games in a basketball season. So there's more diehards in football. I mean, me personally, I'll tell you right now, you could tell me that Michael Jordan was playing LeBron James was playing Kobe Bryant right now on TV, and I'd be like, cool, man, I hope Jordan kills it. But you can tell me the Texans and, I mean, I know I'm going NFL, but you can tell me the Texans and the Jets are playing right now, and it's going to be on the TV. Their college deal included all sports, not just football. I don't know, because this is that's part of that NIL deal money stuff. I think I'm not certain on this. This is crazy. At the current prices, there's no way they can. But Fanatics now owns Topps, so who knows what Fanatics is going to do. But the same thing, though. I mean, they do college basketball flawless and NT, and see, just Pistol Pete had 3 steps and a 3-point line. Wouldn't even be close. Probably so, but Jordan did have the 3 steps and 3-point line. Jordan was the most dominant basketball player of my time. And then LeBron came in and became the most dominant player of my time. But to be truthful, the greatest basketball player that I've ever seen play is Shaquille O'Neal. They're going to have logos and everything. So it's not going to be non-licensed next year then. So they're going to actually be licensed for Bowman. Yeah, the best basketball player of all time, in my opinion, is Shaquille O'Neal. Nobody could stop him. Pistol Pete, I mean, he was a great basketball player, but if he played against Bruce Bowen would lock him down. Same thing with Gary Payton. Kennedy Chandler, yeah, you ain't locking down Shaquille O'Neal. Tracy Jackson Davis, got that pink busted shimmer glass, 90 out of 150. Jaden Shackelford. Armando Bacot. I mean, he's the most dominant big man ever. Brandon Hutley Hatfield, 176 out of 250. Javon Quinterly Shimmer. Johnny Davis Refractor. Keon Brooks Jr. Gold Lava, 32 out of 50. Man, you better stop that. You can't even list it right, so I don't even want to hear you. Yeah, you ain't got it listed right. It's magenta. Guys, I want to everybody give Ryan Appel a big round of applause. He's been listing cards for me a year. In the last 2 weeks, he's learned how to spell magenta. Chet Holmgren Refractor. He gonna hate me in a minute. R.J. Cole, Big Kahuna. Case hit R.J. Cole. There could be others. We've had cases that had multiples before. So, Caleb Love refractor. Logan Duncombe. Second half's got to warm up. His first half's been a little, Try to teach him how to make free throws. Couldn't do it. Definitely not the most dominant player. You don't think he was the most dominant player? Who could stop him? Just fouling, and then you wouldn't have any players. San Antonio tried to hack a Shaq. You remember that? Yeah. Who could literally stop Shaquille O'Neal other than Hakeem Olajuwon in his second year when he played him in the finals? Bill Russell. You look. I understand, Joe. You going with these older guys, but you know Bill Russell's size, right? You remember Shaquille O'Neal when he went to the Lakers, right? I like Bill, and I think Bill was a great. Actually, I think Bill Russell's top three greatest basketball players of all time. But do you know what Shaquille O'Neal would do to his 218-pound frame in a 7-game series? Bill Russell's career wouldn't have been nearly as long as it was. He couldn't have handled the beating that Shaq was going to put on him. Yeah, he couldn't handle the beating that Shaq was going to put on him. Again, Bill Russell, great, one of the GOATs. Bill Russell's not stopping Shaquille O'Neal. Bill Russell might score 40 on him. Should have been in steroid era. The hell, they were in the era where everybody was taking uppers and stuff. The Kobe Bryant was overrated. Kobe was the one that shot the ball 1,700,000 times, and I'll say it. Everybody gets upset because when Kobe passed away, it was like, "Oh, Kobe's the GOAT." Kobe was not the GOAT. Yeah, I mean, we talk about steroid era and all these athletes and everything. Dude, they had their drugs too. Hell, half of them was eating pain pills that was giving them extra jolts, and I don't know. I think if you give Bill Russell the same weight room and facilities that Shaquille O'Neal had, then Bill Russell bulks up to like 270 and becomes a man-child. But back then it was let's smoke cigars and drink bourbon on the sideline, on the court, in between timeouts. Yeah, I don't see how Kobe got voted in top 10 of all time. Yeah, that's the hardest thing to do is compare errors. That's the reason why I said he was the most dominant player that I've ever got to see. I think, and I truly believe he was the most dominant player of all time. People say that Barry Bonds is the most dominant baseball player. Barry Bonds and Babe Ruth. That's Barry Bonds was actually dead juice. Babe Ruth, he drank, smoked, and did what he wanted to do. Mickey Mantle, look at Mickey Mantle. How many weights do you think them dudes actually lifted? How much conditioning do you think they did? They really did. And another thing about Ruth was Ruth only played against so many people a year. $80-mile-an-hour breaking, but you're right with that, Nathan. But those same pitchers never had to face Babe Ruth. Again, if you give them the same, why do conditioning when you got steroids? You still have to do the conditioning, even with the steroids. Yeah, you still have to do the conditioning. Steroids, if you don't condition, you'll just get fat from them. You can't just take steroids in bulk and get stronger faster and all that. You actually have to work a little bit. I wouldn't know from He's not with method. No, not when they're over there. I mean, hell, you got pitchers throwing no-hitters in perfect games that was messed up on LSD. Wasn't that Vita Blue that did that? I mean, how many basketball players took 3 hands full of uppers and just took off running down the court and run all they wanted? Jared Roden, same thing with football players. I mean, look at the old school football players. They're getting shots of everything and anything, just put them back in the game. Jordan Riley, refractor. John Edgerton, 29 of 50 gold shimmer. Isaiah Mobley, wave auto, number 102 of 199. Yeah, the old football players were football players. Do you think Tom Brady would have made it back in the old football days? Jordan Riley, purple, 46 of 299. Or do you think the first time he would have played against that old Bears defense, they would have tore his head off? Remy Martin, Invicta. Tyrese Martin. Matthew Cleveland, refractor auto. Yeah, the same people say that Tom Brady's the GOAT. Jaden Shackelford. But Brady's never played teams that killed him. Well, he did when he was younger, and they killed him. He didn't win those years. Jared Roden Shimmer, non-numbered. Javon Quinterly, refractor. So, I don't know. It's the old defenses, man, when they put newspapers and stuff on their forearms. Whew. Man. And then them dudes, man, they killed each other. You could touch the receiver at the line of scrimmage. You were allowed to hit the quarterback. He said, my Michigan guys being stingy. No, they just stingy on the first half. Tom wouldn't know how not to eat tomatoes back then. Could you imagine? Could you imagine Tom Brady playing for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with the creamsicle jerseys, guys? Could y'all see the old creamsicle jerseys? Tom Brady walk out there with that team and get the ever-living hell beat out of him by the Cowboys, by the 49ers, by Derek Thomas. You imagine what Derek Thomas would do to him, what Reggie White would do to him. I mean, and I'm not even, I mean, there's plenty more. I mean, hell, Aeneas Williams killed, he was the quarterback killer of our era. I think he knocked out Aikman, Bledsoe, and Mark Bulger. I think he took their careers. I think it was Aeneas Williams that took their careers. He was the one that put that last lick on them. So it's hard for me to. I mean, the errors are always going to change. I mean, next thing you know, Patrick Mahomes and Jackson Mahomes, I guess that's his sister, but I don't know, his wife. They're going to have a baby, and they're going to grow up. And when we're all dead and gone, they're going to play in an NFL where there's a big net in front of them. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be a big net in front of a guy, and he's not even. They're just going to blow a whistle. They're going to let him throw passes wherever he wants. He's going to break everybody's record, and everybody's going to be like, "Man, he's the greatest quarterback ever." Tom Brady's the nicest guy off the field. I wouldn't care. Yeah, I wouldn't. Tom Brady's the ones I love to hate. Yeah, Tom Brady's the one guy. He's the GOAT because his defense has got him. Oh, and Aeneas Williams was quarterback killer. I know he ended Bledsoe's career to give Brady the spot, or it might have been Bledsoe's career when he was in Dallas. And I know he ended Aikman's career, but I'm not sure about Bulger. Yeah, 20 years from now is going to be fun. That's what I'm saying. You're going to have like a net in front of the quarterback. They're not even going to have a center. The quarterback's just going to hold the ball. You're only going to be allowed 3 players on defense. You're going to run around with a ribbon in your pocket, and those 3 players are going to have to pull your ribbon. Yeah. It's all going to be officiated by robot refs. Because everybody, I don't care what team you root for, everybody hates NFL refs. Everybody, every team, every fan of any team, the ref has screwed your team at some point in time. Yes. Yeah, allow him to wear those padded helmet things that they wear. You talking about the great big ones? Like the one Travis Kelce was wearing, Nathan? It's like a super duper helmet with the foam in it. I guess that's so everybody knows not to tackle. Yeah, you're not supposed to hit the guys that wear those. Yeah, that's the ones that let you know you're not allowed to hit that player. Those are your important players. Yeah, those. Yeah, those are the ones that allow you that tell you not to hit the important players on your team. If you see 5 of those on your team, you know who the 5 good players are on your team. So, I've got to ask. I don't want to, but I have to. Chet Holmgren wave number 71 out of 100, flexing them little bitty muscles. What do you guys think of the new Duke? Julian Strother refractor. EJ Little gold 14 of 50 gold refractor auto. What do you guys think of the Coach Kalis Duke? I can't get it. Just looks weird, man. Kennedy Chandler. It feels weird. Julian Champagne. Nah, the Coach Kalis Duke Blue Devils, man. It doesn't seem right. Yeah, I guess it's because he's been coaching there since I was born. Maybe I don't know. It doesn't seem right. Something's not right in the world. Jaden Shackelford Shimmer. Eli Brooks refractor. RJ Cole refractor auto. Tracy Jackson Davis. Geo Baker. Hopefully it comes back, yeah, from the ACL. That's what I said. I was talking to one of my close friends, and we were talking about Coach K. And I said, I was never a Duke fan. I was a North Carolina Tar Heels fan, unfortunately. So the rivalry was definitely great. Michigan had hella teams back in the day. You had the Fab Five. I mean, we all know Chris Webber's infamous timeout. But I told him, I said, Angel lost their wings the day he retired. So I mean, that man coached. How many kids did he coach? High school, I had a basketball coach, and this Coach K called him and talked to him. But see, that's awesome. But how many kids did that man coach in his career? Not NBA players, just kids altogether. You like Al McGuire with John Wooden? He said, I'm just old. Yeah, I mean, like I said, when I was growing up, it was Coach K. Hell, you always seen Coach K. John Thompson, Coach K. That was what you expected to see. Dean Smith. Dean Smith always reminded me of a drunk. Every time you'd catch him on TV, he was mad at the world, or like he was just hung over from a bender. Because, he's been sweating in that suit, and he was a bigger guy, so his hair would be a little jacked up. But the whole time he's talking, his hair on his head's moving just like his body is. But yeah, I mean, Coach K, dude, was. There's so many kids. Oh, Bobby Knight was a blast. Bobby Knight was essentially the Pete Rose of basketball. Yeah, he was essentially the Pete Rose of basketball. John Daly and Bobby Knight was the John Daly of coaches, and a highly intelligent individual. He just went crazy. He couldn't take it no more. And still looks a little crazy to this day. But now, like I was asking them about Coach K, I'm like, he's been coaching for 712 years. Okay, he was coaching the day he was born, and then he retired. What does he do now that he's retired? Because his kids are grown, his grandkids are almost grown, or hell, half of them are probably grown too. What does he do now? When all he's ever done is got up at 4 o'clock in the morning and coach basketball. Or coach kids, turn kids into men. Don't turn kids into men. So that was the big thing was, he helped turn a lot of young men into men. He helped turn them into that. Yeah. So much I had a whole lot of respect for him. Hated Duke. He's a goblin. Happens in every sport. Yeah, but Bobby Bowden got pushed out. Bobby Bowden, it was college football. Bobby Bowden was the one that got pushed out. He got pushed out of Florida State for Jimbo. You got Coach K. I don't feel like Coach K got pushed out. Tony La Russa. Tony La Russa is a horrible coach, Nathan. I've never thought La Russa was a good coach. He's always coached great. He's always had very, very, very good teams that he could just sit back and just kind of, whatever. But Oakland A's, St. Louis Cardinals, look what he did to the White Sox. He was way too old for that job. Yeah, baseball had changed in the 10 years he was gone. 5-8 years he was gone from whenever Pujols was winning in championships with Chris Carpenter and Adam Wainwright. La Russa tried to coach a team full of 22-year-olds with the White Sox. That was and all of them were Dominicans. That's hard to do. Tata Washington. Yeah, he was not prepared for that. E.J. Little, Tyler Beard, go Shimmer 40 out of 50. Yeah, he wasn't used to the 18, 19, 20-year-old studs. Yeah, Colin Gillespie, Shimmer. Refractor Buddy Boheim. Kaderi Richmond Wave Auto 192 of 199. Buck Showalter. Did Buck get fired from the Oriole job back in the day? Bruce Arians, I feel like Arians kind of rode coattail of Brady, and I kind of feel that way. R.J. Cole Purple, 168 out of 299. I'm trying to think of where Buck Showalter was, where they did extremely well, and he got fired and then didn't get a job for years. R.J. Davis Refractor. Keelan McGrady Refractor Auto. Get some more EJ, please. Thank you. We got Drew Timmer. 105 or 150. Less talking, more breaking. Keon Ellis. I don't know how to break. I'm new to this. Jeremy Roach Refractor. Here's the problem, Ryan, is I'm not in a hurry. Yeah, that's the problem. If I was in a hurry, we'd have been doing. Getting traded from the Orioles, but that was the job he got fired from, wasn't it, Nathan? That he did way better than the expectations, and then he was randomly let go. Oh, the Detroit Battle, man, Chuck Daly looked like he was in the mafia. Chuck Daly looked like if you didn't play, he looked the same way as players did. He looked like Like he played the part like his players. Like, look, guys, y'all gonna take them out. I'll take their coach out. Chuck Daly was a fired up man always. Your son is like Franco's with the teeth chattering. I've had to change the sound because I put that update on my computer. Well, since I updated my computer earlier, it screwed it all up. It was distorted real bad earlier. You made me click on. Dude, I love it. Makes me warm and fuzzy. The moment anything updates, it all screws up. Same as eBay. Right, you know this. Yeah, any update that you do, something screws up when you come out of it. Let me make sure. Something screws up when you come out of it. I'm not nearly as distorted as I was earlier. Yeah, earlier it was unbearable. Like I had to change the volume settings. I had to change everything on the computer. Yeah, it's like, here, go ahead and update this. But man, that's the problem though. I got these damn automatic updates on my computer. And eBay's the world's worst. eBay will take something that's working perfectly and screw it completely up and then tell you it's your fault it's screwed up. You got the volume almost off. Well, hold on, man. Yeah, I don't want you to be like that. Let's see what happens now. Yeah, I don't want you to be like that. Hello, hello. Let's see what happens now. It's better than what it was. It's way better. Yeah, I'm in agreement though. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Leave it all alone. eBay ran smooth for years. You could schedule anything, anytime. You could drop 1,000,000 listings at once. Man, now you get lucky if you can list 500 listings in a day. No ricochet noise. Yeah, it was bad odor when y'all first came in. And the sad part was I did a test run like 2 hours ago and it wasn't there. But then I put the Logitech camera settings on my computer so I could fix the focus. I couldn't print that label, Ryan. First class or standard envelope. So you may want to call and see if we need to cancel it or what. Whatever you want to do there. So you can see if you can print the label. I couldn't print the label even as a first class. But don't get mouthy with them, because they'll do another update at like 2:30 in the morning. That dude right there lists 2,500 cards a week, every week. Man, the crazy stuff of the crazy world of cards. I love it. Yeah, I love the bipolarness of cards. Alright, here we go. Buddy Bowman Invicta. Max Christie, Wave Victa, 107 of 150, Silver Wave. Harrison Ingram. Again, guys, all cards do ship. I have everything packaged up tonight. May or may not print labels tonight. Jerry Baker, Refractor. Max Christie Invicta, Auto. Oh, that's numbered. 43 of 99. We got a Tamara Bates. Are you working tonight, Ryan, or you off tonight? Shadon Sharp, Invicta. Christian Lander, 49 of 99 green. Coffee Cockburn. Johnny Juzang blue, 30 out of 199. Walker Kessler shimmer. Shadon Sharp refractor, pinhole. Alan Flanagan refractor auto. Yeah, no, ask him if he was working tonight or if he's off tonight. I don't know what he's doing. Max Christie. I know we had a few unsold tonight. I don't know how many. I don't think we had a bunch unsold. Like 10 maybe. You're working. Good, I may call you whenever I get done. Ryan's like, don't call me. I got work to do. I usually call somebody when I start sorting. I mean, we'll be on the phone 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. We have been on the phone at 4:30 in the morning. Both of us working. Finishing up what you got sleeved. Did you get those? Did those come? Those did come in, right? I gotta go get some penny sleeves over in just a second. You multitask. You lie like hell. He said he multitask. You guys don't believe nothing he says. He barely does a single task. Whew. Yeah, he says multi. He meant single. Yeah, I single task. Alright, I need penny sleeves now. Alright, 1 second. No. Dude, I don't break. I'm not a breaker. I used to be a breaker, Nathan. Yeah, I used to be a breaker. No, I do cards full time. I do a lot of wax and single sales. I did a lot of wax sales. I sold a ton of Pokemon. So, at one point, I actually was a decent sized breaker. Believe it or not, there was a point in my life where I actually did break a lot. But I haven't had a real job. Wax is boxes, this stuff right here. So I have distributors that I was getting product from. So let's say like back in 2017, 2018. Yeah, wax is just boxes and cases. Sealed. I call it wax. It's just wax. Anything sealed's wax. So hobby boxes, stuff like that. Damn it. But in 2017, 2018, 2019, we were getting 50 to 80 cases of Bowman products, 15, 20 cases of Prism, 10, 15 cases of National Treasure. Yes, I sell sealed product. Yes. But we were at one time I was a bigger Bowman breaker. So we would break a few hundred cases of Bowman. Release day was nothing for me to do. 5, 10 cases in a release day. Release day weekend, 10, 15 cases. And that was me breaking all of them. Sort everything. Mike would have everything sorted and shipped by Monday morning if it released on a Friday. Yeah. So at one time, we were a powerhouse. I couldn't take away from my family. We had the one kid, and it was very tough then. So when we had our second child, it was like, yeah, I can't be live, 5 nights a week till midnight or better. I chose my family over the cards. But all I did was I started doing something different with it where I could work during the day. But I still do, hell, I still work 60 hours a week now. I work more hours at this than I did at the heating and air. I was in heating and air for 20 years. So I did residential for the first 10, 12 years, and the rest of it was commercial and industrial. So, and I was install and service. Then I was working out of town when my son called and was like, "Hey, FaceTime me," because that's how I dealt with that's how I could be a parent to my kid was FaceTime. Yeah, that sucked. And he was like, "Daddy, when are you coming home?" I said, 2-3 days. He's like, "I miss you." I said, "Okay, I'll see you when I get home." I got home and quit my job. So I quit going out of town. I was missing too much of my kid's life. Drew, Timmy. And then I went to breaking. So I traded one con for another. Hunter Solace, refractor. And then I quit breaking because of that same reason. He was like, "Daddy, we never do anything." I'm like, "All right, I'm done." Jabari Walker, 197 out of 250. The money, we can pick the money up a different way. Nate Johnson, but I can't miss my kid's life. Kellen Grady, Matthew Cleveland, Gold Shimmer, 20 out of 50. So now, I do this like you guys see me. I was breaking 2 nights a week maybe. The breaking's not bad, Nathan. I'll tell you that. I enjoy it. Well, let me rephrase that. And I'm probably gonna catch a little hell for this. Please don't think wrong of me when I say this, but I absolutely hate breaking. Absolutely 1000% hate breaking. I like going live and having conversations with people while I open cards. Because breaking, here's the deal with the breaking. You gotta list the break, you gotta break the break, you gotta sort the break, you gotta ship the break, and you gotta hope that everybody hits, because if not, there can be a lot of unhappy people. But I absolutely despise breaking. I love going live and conversating about whatever in the world's going on. But if you come in here and you want to talk about cutting grass, dude, we can do that. Max Christie Shimmer. You want to talk about, big rails and roller coasters, I'm your man. AJ Griffin Refractor. That's just me. Geo Baker Refractor Auto. Because my outlook is, and I'll use Big App as the example. Josiah Jordan James. Big App could have had a very sad, sorry day. Ty Washington Auto, that is numbered 45 of 99. His day could have been just the sorriest of days. You know what I'm saying? So he comes in here, I go live. We're on box number 1, and we start talking about big girls and roller coasters. Well, Big App now forgets about how bad his day was, and he's sitting over there laughing, joking, cutting up. I can't believe this breaker just said he likes big girls and roller coasters. I try to, because I'm the same way. I got real life stuff to go on too. Buy a couple cases of break. If you don't hit, man, it's hard. And believe it or not, there's 8 million players in this break, and I can guarantee you 60 of them ain't going to hit. I can guarantee that before we ever even start. They're like, "Bro, how do you know what's in the case?" I don't. I'm going off of the odds. But it's nice and this is what I will tell you about the breaking side of it, though. The first time you open a box of cards, so like this box right here, we're opening this box of cards, and I'm going to use you because you're the one that's conversating with me now, Nathan. And Nathan, you live on a fixed income. Let's say your income is $52,000 a year. I'm just saying, please don't say yes or no. I don't. It's not It's not for me to know either way. All right. And I opened this box of cards, and you paid hell, I don't know, whatever for your spot. And then that pack right there, I open that pack right there, and I pull you a $35,000 card. That's life-changing money for some people. Not everybody, but some people it's life-changing money. And believe it or not, I've pulled some of those cards. I've pulled cards anywhere from from 25 cents to 115,000. There's a lot of cards that have went through my hands like it's ridiculous. I mean, it's crazy to think that. We pulled a card for a guy one night. Dude made $18,000 a year. The card he pulled, the card I pulled him, he makes $18,000. He made $18,000 a year at that time. This is back when big stocks were a lot cheaper too, so I want to make sure that we're all aware of that. He made $18,000 a year. I opened up a box of cards and he hit he got $12,000 out of it. We sold the card for him for $12,000. That $12,000 was a big lick to him because again he made $18,000 a year. That $12,000 was essentially 9 months of salary. Dude, anytime you can do something like that, shit, it puts a smile on my face. Yeah, and believe it or not, there's a lot of life-changing money cards out there too, Nathan. There's a lot of them, buddy. Anything from Lucas to Zion, this is of course being Lucas, Zion, any Bowman Chrome, big name super, any Bowman Chrome red. I mean, hell, we pulled a Robert Hassel for a dude. He sold it for $7,000 or $8,000 the next day. I mean, we pulled the Ryan Mountcastle Super. He sold it for $3,000. We had our hands on the Luka Flawless 1 of 1 for $20,000 that actually sold for $170,000. Card game as a career? No, I would not. No, sir, I would not. The reason why I would not is because the expense to your return on investment. Your ROI with breaking, it's just not there. You would start out, you get no allocation, and so you're going to have to pay full price, whatever blowout's charging, your local card shop, somebody that you know that might be able to hook you up with a case. Walker Kessler, no. I would break because I wanted to break and I wanted to hang out. That would be the only reason why. Ryan Harper Jr. Refractor Auto. 131 out of 150. Kennedy Chandler, Big Kahuna. Auto. Patrick Baldwin Jr. No, I would not attempt to make that my living right now. Max Christie. Especially with the changes that are going on with Fanatics and Topps. And rumor has it that Fanatics bought Panini, but nobody's came out and said that they own Panini yet. So we don't know with the distributor deals. It could be a free-for-all. And if it becomes a free-for-all, you're going to see a lot of different. You're going to see the select few have all, and the haves and the have-nots. You want to work with cards? What would I recommend? I would recommend you buy you a really good scanner. Maybe a Canon. Canon's about the best one you can buy if you can find that certain one. It's like $1,200. It's a great scanner. And I would go anywhere I could go to a card show and pick everybody's junk boxes. Johnny Juzang. Blake Wesley Blue, 162 of 199. David McCormick. Everybody's like, I'm never breaking with this dude again. He said he absolutely hates breaking. Nah, it's not what you... It is what you think, but it's not what you think. Tyrese Martin Shimmer. Tyler Beard. KJ Adams Green, 5 of 99. You guys have been in here where there's 20 to 30 of us in here clowning the whole time we've been opening these boxes. Junk boxes, quarter 50-cent dollar boxes. You ever seen those at card shows? The boxes that people sell all their junk. Not their $1,000 card. Blake Wesley and the Johnny Juzang. I dropped this top loader on your card. If you want me to buy those cards, I'll be more than glad to refund you some money and mail you the cards. It didn't hurt the service, but I did drop that top loader on your cards, and I'm one of those that I'll pay for the card and send them to you. You never been to a card show? Oh. You don't know what you're missing, Nathan. Yeah, you think breaking's bad? Whew. Yeah, there's going to be a really big card show in the end of July in Chicago, Illinois. Make sure that's your first card show you ever go to. Leave your credit cards at home. Only bring cash. Yeah, leave your credit cards at home and only bring cash. You've never been to a card show. The breaking is the behind the scenes stuff's easy too now, Ryan. Honestly, I mean it's all about what you want to do and how much of it you want to do. I should have never said no, Nathan, because I don't know what you're like. Do you want to break cases? Do you want to do box breaks? I should have never said that. I know that it's very expensive. Breaking used to be you can spend $10,000 and work for 2 weeks. Now, hell, you can't even buy a case in some things for $10,000. Yeah. Make sure you're broke before you go, because your ass definitely gonna be broke when you get home. But Ryan's over there laughing, telling me, I can't believe you told him to go to Chicago for his first show. Yeah, it's a 5-day show. There'll be roughly 500,000 people there. You'll have roughly 1,000 to 1,200 people set up, and you'll see anything from penny cards. Let's just say like this, Julian Champagne, base card, to Babe Ruth, rookies, Gaudy. You'll see it all. I mean, the Nationals where all of it's at. Anything and everything. You're gonna see Elvis Presley worn concert clothes. I mean, you're gonna see guys that have tables of just white boxes everywhere, and they're standing there with $20,000 in cash they made off dimes and quarters. It's the craziest sports cards thing you'll ever do. Yeah. Ryan, so you started on Thursday or Wednesday with me, Ryan? Did you start Wednesday or Thursday at the National? Cases were the best ways to go about it. It sometimes it is, man, but it gets expensive that way. Yeah, what day did you start? Friday? Did you start? No, because Franco's stuff was there before Friday. Franco got there on Friday. Okay, so you started on Wednesday. He started helping me on Friday. The entire day of Friday and 3/4 of the day of Saturday, he never had time to sit down because our booth was bombarded with people. Hank Aaron and Billy Williams were signing. You got one for free. Hell yes. I love that, Joe. Billy Williams? Oh, yes, sir. Hank Aaron, I wasn't a Braves fan. I wasn't a Braves fan. I hate to tell you what fan I am. Go Cubs, go. So, but I mean, we sell everything from quarter to $100,000. Enjoy it, but this is what I will tell you, man. You may want to go local or even 100, 150 miles away. Find you some smaller ones. because you're going to be so overwhelmed with the national. Boo Boo! We got that Boo Boo orange, 2 of 25. I think I pulled every one of, I think I pulled all his 25 oranges. But yeah, the first national that I went to, I was super overwhelmed. Drew Timmy variation, that's non-numbered. Yeah, I was very overwhelmed the first national. Ty Washington, Chet Holmgren, that is numbered 160 out of 250. Aqua maybe, that's not green. Boo Booey. Keegan Murray Green Shimmer 43 of 99. It's very overwhelming. I spent so much money at the first national because they got all these autograph gifts, Nathan. So I gotta have everybody's autograph. I just spent like $2,000 just so I can have these people sign something. The player's gonna piss you off. You're gonna leave the autograph pavilion. You're gonna round the corner, and everything that you just paid $300 and $400 for, you can buy for a $100 bill. So yeah, I mean, but again, know your limit that you're gonna spend and space it out, because if not, the first day you're gonna be broke the first day. It's a nice looking card. Of course, it's got a booger in the, not an actual booger, but a plastic booger in the top loader. I love the National, but it is go from Wednesday to Sunday. That's all it is. It was nothing for our booth to have 5 to 15 people at the booth at all times, going through all of our boxes, buying stuff out of our displays. I mean, it's crazy. $100,000 people waited outside. Wow. Jordan Riley Shimmer. I don't understand why they don't have it back on the West Coast. Kaderi Richmond. I mean, Brandon Huntley Hatfield Silver Wave 104 out of 199. I've been to Cleveland. Cleveland was a dump. Atlantic City is an absolute nightmare and a dump. I mean, there's just, you got crack houses and everything else around. Keon Ellis, Shavir Riddler, and if anybody lives in Atlantic City, I apologize. I'm not saying that your house is a crack house, but in Atlantic City, you're surrounded by them. Cleveland was a dump. Chicago is not even Chicago. It's, what is that? Ridgemont? What is it? It's not. No, I'm not telling your famous line from Chicago National. No, I will not do it. Yeah. I'm single. Yeah, are you single? Well, I'm here to mingle. Yeah, it's in Rosemont. So Rosemont's way different. Rosemont's the cleaner of the three. But I mean, you've had it in Baltimore, you've had it in Cleveland, you've had it over and over in Atlantic City, and everybody knows what Atlantic City is. Atlantic City is just awful. So, all right, let me see if I can't break this down real quick. We'll do, let's do them like this real quick. I'll do them like that first. That's what it is. Refractors first. Everything else, there's a variation. So Atlantic City was just a bad place to have it, in my opinion. But Rosemont's nice, but they need to have it in different locations. I think they need to do like a 5-year plan of changing it up different cities. Me personally, because I like to go to different places, but I get it. They're looking for the cheaper way of doing it. Nathan, anytime you want to know something, man, like that, I would be more than glad to have a discussion with you. You know, when I'm not live, it's hard for me to say what I want to say when I'm live. But I mean, again, I don't want to discourage you from wanting to do something. If you want to do it, man, hey, I wish you the best. But just there's no get rich quick to it. Oh, when I was outside and you were working, and I said when you messaged me on Facebook, said I need to come back in and go back to work. Yeah, I didn't appreciate that, but I was afraid of you because you're a bigger fella than I am. We'll do a hit recap in just a second, fellas. I've almost got us there. Then I gotta go in there and wake up my wife. She laid down with the baby. She said, make sure I get back up. I'm like, I don't know why. Might as well just stay in there and sleep. San Diego, as far as the West Coast. Yeah, I mean, you would think you just need to have it close to where hotel accommodations, and that would be big enough. Yeah, while we wait, we consolidate. That would be big enough to withstand all the people. You would think. So that would definitely be a nice spot to have the national in. Then we have more insert autos than we had color. That's crazy. What color is that? It's orange. Gold. Gold. Orange. Nathan, you have a good night, sir. Alright. One more roll to stack. Kill the shimmers real quick. I can see them from the side. It makes life easier on me. And then we'll do hit recap. Shimmers are non-numbered. What else was non? Nope, everything else is numbered. So I'm going to flip these things. Alright, we'll flip them over and I can see the numbers. 250, 199, 250, 50, 199. Insert. 25. Alright, 250, 199, 50, 50. 199, 50. Insert. 299. 100. 50. 299. 150, 250, we're almost there, 100, 100, where's the 100 at? Oh, 100 right there, 250, pow, flip them over, so we got 299, 250, all same color, 150, 199, 150, 100, 99, 50, 25, 99, 99, 99. What? There we go. And then inserts right here. Alright guys, hit recap. There we go. I like it. Invictus, Max Christie, Tret Holmgren, Ochai Agbahi, Johnny Davis, Christian Braun, AJ Griffin, Mikey Williams, Keon Brooks, Tracy Jackson Davis, Kennedy Chandler, Remy Martin, Jaden Shackelford, Tracy Jackson Davis, Kennedy Chandler, Keon Ellis, Ty Washington, Sharon Sharp, Buddy Boheim, Nate Johnson, Drew Timmy, Patrick Baldwin Jr., Johnny Juzane, Ty Washington, and Keon Ellis. We got refractor non-numbered, Yannick Zosa, Patrick Baldwin Jr., Pete Nance, Jalen Wilson, Tracy Jackson Davis, Keegan Murray, Ochai Agbahi, Kennedy Chandler, Keon Brooks, Drew Timmy, Colin Gillespie, Nate Johnson, Brandon Huntley Hatfield, KJ Adams, Mason Miller, Theo John, Johnny Davis, Chet Holmgren, Armando Bacot, Caleb Love, Tyrese Martin, Jordan Riley, Jared Roden, Javon Quinterly, Gio Baker, Eli Brooks, Julian Champagne, Julian Strother, Jeremy Roach, Buddy Boheim, RJ Davis, EJ Little, Kofi Cockburn, Joey Baker, Harrison Ingram, Shadon Sharp, Keelan Grady, Hunter Salas, Josiah Jordan James, A.J. Griffin, Max Christie, Walker Kessler, Tyler Beard, David McCormick, Boo Bowie, Kaderi Richmond, Shavir Wheeler, and Jaden Shackelford. Shimmer, non-numbered, Jordan Riley, Tyrese Martin, Max Christie, Walker Kessler, Colin Gillespie, Jaden Shackelford, Jared Roden, Javon Quinterly, David McCormick, Tyler Beard, Shavir Wheeler, Kaderi Richmond. Purple out of 299, RJ Cole, Jordan Riley, Patrick Baldwin. Aqua out of 250, Chet Holmgren, Jabari Walker, Brandon Huntley Hatfield, Zach Clements. Out of 199 blue, Blake Wesley, Johnny Juzang. Pink, what is it? Magenta? Hold on. Magenta, Jaden Shackelford out of 150. Silver Wave, Chet Holmgren, Eli Brooks. Green, Christian Lander, Keegan Murray Shimmer, Mikey Williams, Jimmy Boheim. Gold Shimmer, Matthew Cleveland out of 50, Julian Strother, Tyler Beard, Johnny Juzang. Orange out of 25, Tracy Jackson Davis. Non-autoed inserts, we've got a Silver Wave, Max Christie Invicta. Aqua, Drew Timmy out of 150. Big Kahuna, RJ Cole, and the Drew Timmy variation. Autos, Ron Harper Jr., Geo Baker, Alan Flanagan, Keelan Grady, RJ Cole, Matthew Cleveland, Logan Duncombe, Trey Alexander, Kaderi Richmond, Zach Clements. Silver Wave out of 199. Brandon Huntley Hatfield, Kaderi Richmond, Isaiah Mobley, Geo Baker. Green, KJ Adams. Gold, EJ Liddell. Gold Lava, Keon Brooks, Javon Quinterly. Orange, Boo Bowie, Orange Shimmer, Isaiah Mobley. Big Kahuna, Kennedy Chandler. Ty Washington. Prime Signatures, Jermaine Samuels. Invicta, Max Christie. And an Invicta, Ty Washington Auto. Guys, that is the break. I will get everything packaged up, sorted, and shipped out to you all. Thank you, everybody, for getting in tonight. I appreciate it. Y'all be safe, and I'll see you guys in a few days. Thanks.